this is how you can run, and you can show the value. Now let's suppose if you want to read the list value, it will start from 0 index. So this will be at 0 index, this will be at 1, 2, and 3. So my list 0 will give the first value in the list. If you put my list 3, then it will give you 0, 1, 2, 3. So that will be the last value. That will be equal to 4. So in list, it's not mandatory that you can only keep integer value. You can also go and store string value. So this will be something similar to this. So if you go and declare it, and then if you do my list of 0 index, let's suppose, it will give you the first value. If you put this as 2, it will give this. In case we are putting something which is not in the list, it will give this error, list index out of range. Inside the list, you can have another child list. So this will be something like this. You can just declare that. And then this is 0th index, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3rd index. So in 3rd index, if you call, it will come something like this. Now, if you want to read the value inside that list, again, you can have one more bracket. So it will be something similar to this. You can put 0. Sorry, it will be outside. So 3rd list of 0. So it will give you 1, the first value inside this. So it is something like this. First, you have to give the list. Inside that, it will give you this. And then for this, you have to go and pass the index. So again, this is the same thing. You can have multiple child list inside a list. And using length function, you can get the actual length of the list. So in this case, if you see, it is having 1, 2, and 3. So if you run this, it will give you the length as 3. Next option is sets. Sets is something similar to list, but it starts with middle bracket and it always hold distinct value. So this is my set. If I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so in this case, it is something similar to list. But now let's suppose if you pass duplicate value in this set. So it is like in this case, I'm passing 1, 1, 2, 2. Length, it will give 2. Let me remove this length and then let me print my set. It is giving only distinct value. Same thing if I do with the list. Let me copy it quickly. And then if I print, it will give you all the values. So in list, you can go and pass duplicate values. But even in set, if you're passing that, it will consider as only 1. And then it will return true value in this scenario. Now, third thing is tuples. So tuples is also somewhat similar than list and sets, but it has some differences. It starts with small bracket. Let me run this. So len will again give you the length of tuple, how many value it is storing. And then the difference between list and tuple is once you declare the tuple, you cannot go and change. So let's suppose, let me give you one sample example. So let's suppose this is my list. Let me change the name. So this is my list. In list, I will go and add one more value. So let's suppose I added 4 into this. Now 4 is also part of this particular list. So this is my first list, which I'm declaring with only 3 value inside that. And then I'm going and appending one more value. It is adding that in this list. Now same thing if I do with tuple. Let's suppose there is a tuple. If I try to append in tuple, it will throw error. So in tuple, once you declare, you cannot go and do any further modification. Now the final thing is dictionaries. So dictionary is something, it will store key value pair. So it will be something like this. Okay, you declare a dictionary. It will be with the middle bracket, and then this will be key and this will be value. So each key will hold one value. So this is how you can display. So my dictionary, I have to pass the dictionary name and I have to pass the key name for which I want to see the value. This is something coming as this. Now let's suppose same thing if I am having same key. So Apple, I have declared it twice, and let me change this value. This is India, let's suppose. Okay, so in this case, if I run this and if I try to get the value of apple, it will give the last one, because the definition of dictionary will start from this and it will go and end over here. Thanks, everyone.